You're welcome at our channel where we dive in the affairs that are current and the affairs that are immemorial in nature. Here we are to dive under family aspects, whereby we are talk about family matters, whereby we are talk about what does it mean a family, what is marriage. Council Brighton, you're welcome. But before this, I encourage you to subscribe, like and share our videos so that it can get a number of views. Council, what we want to understand is only one thing. What does it mean, really, a family? Cause as we Africans, historically, we understand a family containing father, mother, aunt, whatever, everything. But you may have the legal knowledge, as you lawyers, the legal knowledge of what is a family according to you, before diving into it.
Thank you very much. Now, when you look at the word family, it is a wide range of series. It contains a wide range of things and meaning. It does not only meaning a person and a man and his wife and together with children, but it goes beyond to the people living together. So when I start with a person and we stay for long, already that's a family. Family is where people live together for a long period of time. As simple as that. So it was in the case of Fitzpatrick versus Sterling House, where they wanted to know whether two boys who are living together for a long time, could that be a family? Because this aspect happened where one of them died. But in this essence, they had property, and it was now about claiming the property of the deceased. So there was, if it is a family, then they can have equal shares according to how they've been living together. Okay. If it can be in that mood of thinking that it is a man and a wife, maybe. But here, the court came up and said that for those people living together for so long, that is a family. If they have something like a property, they can distribute.
Meaning, even if somebody is out of your bloodline,
yes, it is strongly out of family. Yes, it is strongly out of bloodline.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Let's dive into what we call marriage. This word marriage has been disturbing me for a long period of time. We talk about marriage. Marriage happens and you see divorce, whereby people claim that that was not marriage. I want counsel what I need to understand what is marriage and what is a valid marriage really. Because we have seen situations where people come together and they reach the instance of divorce and they say that court rules out that was not marriage, that was not valid marriage, and so a lady goes with empty hands. What is marriage? What does it really mean, marriage? And what types of marriage do we have here in Uganda?
Now, the word marriage, it's simply divorce. It is not divorcing from the word family, but a little bit, marriage is a little bit, it's a little bit different from family. Because now, when you see marriage, there must be that aspect that a man, the union of a man and a woman forming a family or living together with the reason of having a family or having that marriage in simple terms. So, but it has different types. That's why I find one can marry more than one woman.
In marriage?
Yes. And it is categorized. You can see if it is civil or church marriage, or customary or Muhammadan, Islamic. So it is explained in different types. So you have to understand. But in Haid versus Haidi, they explain that for a standard marriage or for marriage, it's where one wife and one man. That is according to the case of Heidi versus Heidi. But it is recognized by the church and civil.
What I want to understand is Hyde versus Hyde is an English case.
Yes.
Yeah. Given that we Africans and our grandfathers and mothers, they used to have polygamous marriage whereby somebody could get many women as he can. Why is it that this English case is coming up with that decision of saying that marriage should be monogamous, a man should have only one woman? That is not infringing on somebody's rights, or we have other types of marriage that recognize that somebody could proceed with beyond.
Of course, when you see, there are certain types, as we have said. There are more than one, which means it is according to you which type of marriage you want to go into. It may be whether customary or any other.
Okay.
According to your wishes, you may be wanting to having more than one wife.
First, explain us which types of marriage, how many types of marriage we have in Uganda, how many types of marriage we have in Uganda really? Because for us we're thinking about marriage in broad. Actually, for me, in my lay meaning, I used to understand marriage as I used to understand church marriage and Islamic marriage. Only what I used to understand. Only that. First, help us to appreciate the types of marriage we have.
Yeah. First of all, everything that is done according with marriage, whether church, whether civil, whether customary, whether Muhammadan, they are all regulated as long as they are being done inside the constitution of the nation, of the country, the constitution of Uganda. So when you look at Article 31, it gives the right to form a family. In so doing, you have to form your family, you marry someone, you start your family, as we have discussed. So, according to your question, the marriage is categorized. One, you can be under customary.
Customary marriage, yes. Is it monogamous, polygamous?
Yes, it is polygamous.
Okay, somebody can marry
as many as he can, as long as
it has the laws that govern it.
Yes, of course. When you want to go under customary, then you have to be under the beliefs and norms and the culture of the same society. Yes, of the same, you have to be under the custom.
So I have to carry out customary marriage under the customs. For example, if I'm a Mugishu, I have to carry out other such customs.
Yes.
If I'm a Kalamajong, I have to do it under that custom.
Of course.
Okay.
Now, when you see, it is not all about, as I've told you, that you have to follow the constitution, however much it is customary. Now, when you see what we call customary, for someone to be under customary, it is not the matter of you coming and capture a girl and you take her home. What you have to do is to follow the procedure. Let that person have consent. Offer you have come, you want to marry that person, and that person must be 18 according to the constitution of Uganda. So that person must be 18, must consent. You people, the parties, yes, the two parties must have consent.
But how comes that when you talk about customary, because our grands used to say that a girl of 16 years can enter marriage, but the constitution is telling us that actually, yeah, that's how our culture used to believe that even somebody of 15, even in senior 4, it used to study about the koi.
12 years.
Somebody entering a marriage at 9 years.
Yes, 12.
But
that's kind.
Even today, in some customs,
but according that now we have reformed laws. That's why I've told you. The constitution, the current norm. So anything that is infringing, is conflicting with the constitution, then the constitution will prevail.
So even if customary marriage is rolling, it can't prevail. So the second question is that can anyone enter into a marriage? Anyone can enter into a marriage, given that it is there.
it is not possible that anyone can enter into marriage as long as he or she has the following. One, that person should not be a minor. That's one.
Who is a minor?
A minor is that person who is underage.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, according to the Constitution. Yes. And that person should not enter into that marriage with under influence, let's say misrepresentation, duress. That person should not be forced generally to enter.
It has where it is documented under our law.
Of course. Now, when you look at, as we have said, still when you want to understand customary, customary, it gives a criteria that you have to celebrate the marriage as the witness. Once you celebrate in the customs of the society, then that is automatic something that we will witness. People will witness that the marriage has happened.
Okay.
But again, there was a case, Mifumi versus Attorney General, that you may agree to bring bride price, but what if someone does not? Will you force the marriage to break? So in this case, they explain that forcing the bride price or someone has paid or not, the marriage will not terminate.
As long as you have consented on that.
Yes.
On what you have to pay. Oh, thank you. But can you give us some enlightenment on these other types of marriage, like church marriage? We don't know. Other people, if you watch internationally, other religious people argue that no marriage. They are even breaching some preliminaries of marriage, whereby you can hear some pastors saying that no, you can have more than one wife. I don't know whether legally under the law of Uganda, church marriage is monogamous or polygamous. What is that?
Church marriage, same applies to civil, because they are both they are recognized by the Marriage Act of Uganda. So I will not go deep to other countries' jurisdiction because I'm in Uganda. So I will I will try to use the Marriage Act of Uganda. When you look at Section 5, it talks about church marriage, and it shows how someone enter to be in church marriage, then that church must be licensed as.
Oh, so meaning that if you are entering into a church marriage, if you are in a place that is not licensed, that what happens at that marriage? It won't be valid.
It won't be valid automatically.
Okay. The place
must be licensed. And even the priest himself
has to be recognized
by the law.
Thank you.
Now, when you look at Section 6, for it talks about generally. Now it brings the civil and the church, because now it is compiled to look the same. So it says that you have to be given a notice of marriage. So in this essence, when you want to enter into marriage with someone, you have to go to the office of registrar.
Okay.
Then when you reach there, you say this and this one, me and this one, we want to enter into marriage. So they will give that notice of marriage. But that notice of marriage is entered into a notes book, and it is published in that office of the registrar.
At the district.
At the district. So now, when you look at Section 11 of Marriage Act, for it says that marriage will take place within 3 months.
3 months.
After you have been given notice.
This notice, it is put on the board of the registrar for 3 months.
For 3 months.
What is the purpose of that?
The purpose could be that there is what we call a caveat. If there is any person who feels like this marriage is not real, he will come and lodge a caveat. How? That person will come and write the word forbidden. Now, once you write that word forbidden, then the registrar will take that matter into the High Court for redress. But if there is no one who comes and
Because
the caveat.
somebody can set a caveat in instances where there is somebody might have been married to somebody and decides to enter into a marriage. Or she might have promised somebody to marry her.
The law says that if I'm married with someone and I'm trying to conduct a marriage with another person, that another person already that will not be marriage, of course. Yes.
Okay, I don't know whether it's the same, but I hear people can stop the process of marriage by saying that this is forbidden.
Yes.
This marriage is forbidden, I can't go under that. How can that happen?
Yeah, as I have said, when you look at section 13 and 14 of the Act, Marriage Act, for it shows how someone can come and lodge a caveat. Because if you have the evidence over that marriage, that is going to happen, take an example. The person who is going to enter into a marriage is not the right person, or has a wife, is already in marriage. Now you can lodge a caveat, as you say, forbidden. But after doing that, now the registrar will put the matter in the High Court for redress. Now, if the court finds the matter that does not have weight, or it is not true, then they will pay damages to that person.
Okay.
It's called what's the name of the person, it's called because someone now is trying to destroy someone's name, is trying to dirty the name of another person. So if we find that you've been trying to dirty the name of that person, then you have to pay what we call damages.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. It is too interesting. One of the last questions that I can ask you, I hear about when I analyze church marriage and civil marriage, these types of marriage happen to be like the same. My question can arise from this, because when I look at Islamic marriage, for it, even if it is polygamous, but for it has limitation on 4 wives. But when I look at customary polygamous, it has no limitation as long as somebody have that ability to do so. Why is it that Muslim marriage or Mohammedan marriage, the laws that are governing those types of marriage are specific. They are not like these ones of civil. They are not these ones of like the church. Why is it that it is different?
Of course, Mohammedan marriage, for them, they still stand on Sharia law. And they believe the reason why these other types of marriages acting that way, it's because they want to prevent that thing, the problem of divorce, the saga between divorce. But here, for Muhammad, they don't believe in divorce. They believe divorce as a final thing. So in this instance, for them, they say that if you feel you want to marry, you can marry as many, like 4 wives. But it is only when you can afford those wives. Yes, only that. But again, what you have to understand is that it is not to force someone to enter into that marriage. There must be a consensus, free consent, and the capacity, as we have said, under the other types of marriages. So, but again, they are also telling us that for their marriage to happen, where there are witnesses, take an example like Sheikh and other two people who are who are knowledgeable in the Islamic belief. When they are there, they can witness, and you have your wife inside.
Last question is that why is it that they tell us that under church marriage it has to happen in the licensed place? The church must be licensed. What about Islamic marriage, that Mohammedan marriage? There is no need of it happening maybe at this mosque, it has to be licensed, this check has to be recognized. Why is it that it happens?
Of course, everything moves with the law. For Muhammadan, they are not too specific over the laws, because for them, they take that part of the law as the last thing. But now, for them, they still have their sharia, their beliefs, that you can have your wife the way you want, as long as you can afford. So that's why they are saying that for a wife, basically, the basic thing they want from that wife is to pay. It's called a mahari. So you bring the mahari, you bring the item to a man. Take an example. You may say, I'm giving a car. Now, when you bring a new car and you give it to your the wife, then at the time, it is the wife who gives. The wife is the wife is the one who gives to the man. So once you want to divorce, it is the man who gives the wife. If you want to divorce, like it is the problem created by the woman, then that woman will bring back that new brand car to that man. The reason is that they don't believe in divorcing. They take it as the last part. In fact, there are certain criteria that we shall explain later how divorce acts in Muhammadan marriage.
Okay. Thank you for watching. That has been what we call marriage in details. Given that we have explained all types of marriages that we have in Uganda, from church, customary marriage, Islamic marriage,
and civil marriage.
Thank you for watching. I beg you to like, comment, and share the video. Thank you.
Shalom, shalom.